We're getting into game number 1 here of the pro versus viewers, or I guess here pro versus pro, Balloon Boy versus MEGD to start us off. It's kind of crazy.
Always talk about, as opposed to like charging it up without a hitbox and then the blast comes out.
Whoa.
Are we just going to see a signature spam fest as these players are getting into this one? A bonk on the head, but he's not able to capitalize with a signature off of it.
Yeah, and we'll see. I'd love to see if MEGD is actually going to go for the full charge here, and MEGD will. That'll cycle a weapon out, so MEGD's going to have to swap over to the orb and already start with a big lead here. The orb actually playing very well. I would like to note that MEGD, having experience on both of these weapons, is a big-time orb player in the Petra pick, so you're going to see that. And of course, D-Light getting a bit of a buff, but Balloon Boy with the N-Sig there, almost going to be able to find that KO, and that's going to be the down sig. You talked about the moving, charging hitbox is going to find the first KO for Balloon Boy versus the viewers, but in this case, I mean, can we even really call it a break of the streak if a pro beats a pro? I guess that's the format of this broadcast, but MEGD will put up a fight here. We see a bit of a side stick to find that KO on the, or a cannon KO. I don't know if it was side stick. I saw the side stick at the end. Maybe that distracted me, but nonetheless, we get some orb versus cannon play here. It's not going to be all mirrors, but that's going to be
big
the spike, and that's the stock.
I thought he was going to have the laser lasered in, but he didn't quite have the positioning on it. MEGD was just a little bit too deep. At least the good thing about this for MEGD is he's running into Balloon Boy. If Balloon Boy ends up winning this game, it's certainly not all but lost at this moment. But if MEGD ends up losing this game, then like, okay, he didn't lose the streak, he just lost the first game, and then he can go against what we're more accustomed to seeing on the pros versus viewers broadcast when Balloon Boy doesn't find his way in here, the ruiner of dreams, showing MEGD in the Qinghua and Bao Bao mirror match, like how you actually play this legend.
Not about being ready, and maybe this is MEGD starting his own streak here. Maybe he's going to start something even bigger and better, but we see a down sig there, and that's not going to find much, but that end sig is devious. I mean, that is a very strong move in the context of a cannon kit that you're worried about landing in front of because of sidelight and D-light being KO options or combo starters. That end sig covers very high vertically, and MEGD getting a 3-piece there. We might have chances here.
Yeah, I mean, we're almost completely even in this game. MEGD has weapon control. Here comes the cannon for Balloon Boy. Tried to get the double sidelight, but there was a jump from MEGD. There's the D-Sig as well. He burned his dodge to get the gravity cancel downlight. There's the recovery coming out. Balloon Boy makes it back onto the stage. It's cannon into orb. Let's see. There's the side air from MEGD. Went in for the movement on that down signature, extending that off stage. Almost got the range on that side sig as well. He's going to get punished for this. It's just that side sig. There's the down air as well. See if MEGD can confirm this edge guard or pick him up. There's the neutral signature swapping back over onto the cannon.
Oh! I think if he went for level 2 charge, he might have been able to catch that because no dodge on Balloon Boy. I don't think you're able to jump out of it with how fast it moves. And a sidelight into down air and a weapon toss, and MEGD just needs to tap it in. No, and MEGD will retain the streak even versus our mid-season champion in Balloon Boy. Congrats to MEGD.
Thing that we see in 1v1s.
Yeah, you love to see a shout out to Blaze. I think he's one of the last few bastions of Hattori, and we see a whip punish on that side sig, but the lasers in, and MEGD will connect with that one, and that'll be the stock going to MEGD. Yeah, I'm always locking in here. I respect the drip. You know, more so than anything here, I don't think a lot of people are going to even take stocks off of MEGD, but you definitely could look cool getting beat up by MEGD, and I think that this is pretty cool on brand. Oh, it looks really nice with that color. It kind of like matches the ice aesthetic. Maybe I'll try something new in the ranked queue here. I'm sure everyone at home is looking at this Mordex and is like, this is almost as brand new and fresh as this Qinghua and Bao Bao legend is. We'll see a side air there, and it looks like he's putting on quite a bit of a show so far. Maybe we got Marky Boo on a Smurf or something. Of course, I don't condone that, but maybe Marky Boo is doing it just for this, the weapon toss, and almost taps it in, but a bit of an overheat. He almost clipped MEGD. His stock away with the GCD like ground pound misinput, but man, this is looking scary.
Oh, the back-to-back side airs from MEGD and the down sig right over on the corner. Even had make out hill and sweat beads off of that. He's able to swap out the weapons, meaning MEGD's at weapon disadvantage here. Tries to D-light in, gets hit with 2 Eden and the 3rd piece and the 4th piece as well with that neutral air after the side air. There's the side air coming out from MEGD, potentially setting up. Going for the big slide charge, gets the KO and the 2 stock in what was looking like the best challenger yet, or at least the 2 that we've seen so far that have some time on this legend. That's the way they're playing in that super defense stance.
Yeah, I mean, this is so interesting because, like, what other legend can really do something like this? Because not only are you coming in with a lot of speed, not only are you coming in with a lot of defense, but you're also coming in with the flair that cannon can bring.
We get into this one as we're seeing 2 taunts coming out as it's Trips Teska versus MEGD's Qinghua and Bao Bao.
Trips is level 100 on the Tesca, I will note. So this is a player that either is really, really good or really committed to Tesca. And I'm sure it's probably a little bit of both, but right now we haven't seen much of the Tesca. Just an emote has been the only flare that Trips has found in his gameplay. The recovery comes out as the N6. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is a 0 to KO.
Almost got the landing. But Trips was able to catch that. There's the bounce into the GC Inlight. Side air, GC Inlight into the ground pound for the KO. Beautiful three-piece playing wall ball with Trips. Phoenix comes in, hoping he can take out MEGD.
This is probably the best dressed brawler besides MEGD so far. This is a very, very pretty Mirage skin. And it looks like Furious Phoenix will find a 0 to KO on MEGD.
He's too pretty. He's
Cut.
too pretty for MEGD to handle. Recently in the recent patch that has been lighting up my Twitter timeline.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a lot of people talking about it. Also, Orb getting a bit of a buff. It's maybe like a nothing burger of a buff with that D-Light change, but it's still, you know, as an Orb player, I will take it. And we also see some Scythe buffs coming in as well. Spear as well, getting a little bit of a damage increase on some of the options too. So we're getting kind of a bit of a patch rundown here in this matchup, but spot before their matches, like Smash players do. I don't actually know that about them.
Before, I don't think anyone would really deny it. Oh my gosh, I'd be denying it after this, and MEGD's gonna throw away his first stock yet again. Coming, and maybe a downer or a ground pound. Charging this one up, he gets away from it. Not all the way. Again, they're both charging it. Who's gonna let go first? And it's MEGD. He's gonna barrel forward, get the head, get the KO, get the game off of that. 217 damage though, nothing shabby coming out from Damari.
Landing cider, whiffing that one. This is a very nice Priya skin though, I will say. This, I mean, it's just, you know, it's nothing too crazy in the drip department. It's just like what the skin brings, but man, that skin looks nice. That's an NSIG for MEGD. Speaking of nice things, that nice NSIG will close out that stock. MEGDs have beaten in one sitting.
I don't think we have an exact number. It's in the mid-20s. Where are we at right now? We're 12:35, so we're over halfway through, and we have 9 victories under our belt so far. So I don't know if we're going to break that record, especially I think I saw Marky Moo join the lobby, or at least someone with the name Marky Moo. So he could potentially be coming in not only as a string ruiner or a combo ruiner, but someone who might just straight up wipe the floor with MEGD. Who knows, though? I mean, there's not very many at all, so I think you might just get lucky on that alone. Oh, he still hits with that, and it sends over to the right as well.
Oh, no side sig. Oh, that time a side sig will cover that. Maybe it's just one of the best projectiles in the entire game. Not only does it have a hitbox going out, but also Bao Bao following up after the orb will go pick up KOs as well and scoop you into it.
See, that's GDL Mega right there for you.
That is incredible. I mean, he has the red saber for a reason here. He's on the dark side trying to go for a bit of some tricks there to cover, get a free hit on MEGD. Doesn't get much, and oh my, what was that? That KO'd so early. It's 5 strength. I can now just imagine what that's going to be doing in the rank queues. If you're on Demon Island, maybe just ban Demon Island for a little bit. Maybe we let this stage rest a little bit when Xinghua and Bao Bao is in this spot, because right now MEGD is showing off that down sig, and that's 2 stocks off the back of 2 down sigs.
Thinking like, I don't really know about this one. I'm really curious how people are going to use this, given that it doesn't pick up grounded opponents, as MEGD may not have to worry about a grounded opponent, as he's just juggling GDL Mega. Even goes in with a side sig, but a minimum charge on it, so he doesn't go as far as he might normally. Even gets the recovery and the wall touch, stays away from the D-sig from GDL Mega. The neutral air gets the KO off the top. Obliteration comes through, and another 3 stock for MEGD.
Compound coming up there trying to find a very early KO for MEGD, and yeah, no matter what you're doing on the day of that 3 defense is going to cost you a lot, and
it's going to be a 0 to KO, PJ. It's just like that.
Yeah, if you have small children in the audience, you might want to avert their eyes and cover it up with your hands.
Down air. The weapon toss comes through. At least 1 point of damage was done off of that.
Now it's just looking for to completely bully.
Man, that was a quick disarm, dude. Oh my gosh. Sidelight D-Light went for the full combo. There's the option. You don't typically see that too much once they get into those later health ranges.
There's a clean one there to close out that one with the cannon, and yeah, Prunyan, I had some faith. You know, I see a Rayman player. The Rayman players are sometimes demons, and I guess here, maybe not so much. Maybe MEGD's the one. I feel like going to Small Worlds and on the super strength Rayman is a little bit devious here, and definitely could have been, but right now MEGD is not giving any chances. Go for that 20 plus record here, because right now MEGD is speedrunning these opponents. Total domination. Welcome to Small Worlds and goodbye Prunyan. That was a MEGD forfeiting a stock. No, he makes it back. Okay, ground pound as well. So he continues and taps it in with a weapon toss GCD light into ground pound. And we are looking, ladies and gentlemen, for our JV4 here. Ken, recent of the Mordex players in Zuri.
I mean, solid amount of damage, though. 103 damage here on MEGD on this first stock before losing the first of his own. He's going to get caught. Okay, this could be really, and it's just over like that. I need to remember to close the chat window because like MEGD's on the screen, so I should be expecting something like that here in this pros versus viewers today as he takes a second stock off of Zuri, and I think he only take like 3 damage that entire time.
It has to be. I mean, he is just that was a very fast stock, and that was a very aggressive one.
Big ground
pound. No down air though. He almost gets it there, and it looks like we're going from top to bottom there, going for the GC breakdown to cover Zuri's landing, avoids the signature with a dash jump turnaround, N light, and Sig coming out, and the side Sig will close out that stock. MEGD with utter destruction. Another 3 stock gets added to his repertoire. 488 damage that time.
Job like avoiding things so far. Like we're 30 seconds into the game, he's only taking 64 damage. Sidelight. Okay, into the sider, into the recovery right after that. He's going to recover high and land down on the main platform. Does eat it down here, but gets away from that neutral signature. Almost gets the in-light follow-up. Does get punished right after it, though. A little bit of a bounce pass to himself as he gets caught on the landing from MEGD's side signature. Yet again, using that side signature to send off the right side. Now, we were talking about how Kaiju didn't take too much damage, but it was really MEGD. He only took 19 during that entire time, and he's now done more damage on Kaiju's second stock than he took on his first.
Excited. They're going for the N-Sig, trying to get a stock out. And I mean, it looks like we definitely look really cool in the Mega Man, but this Mega Man really having no chances here. The side Sig will close out that stock. Oh my goodness. Which is kind of crazy to think about, but MEGD's been KOing people in quite creative ways, but sometimes the old but classics come out and get it done. D-Light into Nair on the cannon. Double sider. MEGD is going for it all. Sweat beads come out, immediately punish recovery, gets dodged through, so we're not too worried about that. And just running around here, avoids that. A GC N-Sig gets the downer. The recovery does get him back onto the stage. A down Sig comes out as well. Sidelight into the N-Sig. Nice. That will spike downwards, so no KO, but MEGD is just not stopping. Sidelight into N-Light will close out that stock, and MEGD with another speedrun attempt here.
That's going to have to find something very quickly. It's going to have to be really high impact if he wants to get the KO. If he doesn't get shut down here, can he get back? No, he can't. The only way MEGD loses that first stock is by his own accord as he's going in.
I don't actually know how much of this is MEGD just completely dominating people, or Xinghua has some crazy stuff, but right now MEGD is showing that you don't really need anything for Xinghua, and Bao, you just need some unarmed, and he finds that KO. If he gets the ground pound, he lives there.
Avenge his fellow Bread Mafia member Balloon Boy that we saw earlier, who was looking like he was going to get the victory over MEGD in the Xinghua and Bao mirror match, but he wasn't able to close it out. The GCD light and the neutral air, the recovery coming out right after that. Looking for the half pipe here, but he gets shut down with that in light from MEGD. The side light, the top of the side light makes contact. There's the GC side light as well, and CRISPR's done on that. My favorite drawer in the fridge is having a struggle here against MEGD.
Man, I'm sorry, I'm shook. I was just like, oh, I can't believe it. We're getting a MEGD, or sorry, a Markimu appearance here, but it looks like we're getting into this one, and MEGD is taking it in stride. That is a 0 to KO, and a very quick one. Yeah,
that's a quick one right off the bat.
Oh my goodness.
It's going to do it again right here. The sider to the recovery as well. Getting the KO in orange. That's 2 stocks. We barely been in the game. 30 seconds, PJ.
That was incredible, and MEGD with an opportunity once again to go for the JV, and with a scythe in hand, I am not confident in your ability to not get JV. Scythe is a hard weapon to get hits on, especially versus cannon that's just flying out you, and we're fishing for down airs. Brother, just get any damage. It doesn't have to be a side air or down air. It's a JV for MEGD. 0 damage from Molly Perks. MEGD with the JV4. Believable lion is like an oxymoron, because like you're believable. Wait, no, you can make a believable lion. Never mind. I know what I'm saying. See, you know, Sparky, I get on the mic with you and I want to use big words like oxymoron, but I just can't land them like you do, man. You just read more books than me, so.
I tell you believable lies all the time. Like, I really want to play video games with you today. You're doing a great job.
I want to cast a block with you soon, PJ. That's my favorite line. MEGD with 2 down airs.
Oh my
Only truth in his gameplay, just completely blowing the doors open. That down sig is because Lance recovery is so broken, it like kind of holds you in place there. So that's definitely a little bit of some ball knowledge there. Is that Rocket Lance beats Xinghua and Bao Bao. You've heard it here first. Down air off the down light. MEGD doing a lot of damage in this spear, and that's a double side like down air. He's been going for that deep down air a lot. I feel like he's gotten away with it a lot, but Elkek has maybe been watching the stream and like knows the tricks, and maybe his defensive game's a little bit better. But GC D-Light side air into the weapon toss. We'll give him another breath at life, but D-Light into breakdance.
So
MEGD, that was incredible. That
Really too early for sure, but man, I saw that weapon toss go high and I was like, was that a misinput? What the heck is he doing? And little did I know, I didn't see the vision as the in-sig comes through, the side sig attempting to catch low, but Elkek's able to land. See if he can get in with these side lights. He's not having too much luck. He's going to be caught in the air. There's the side light. MEGD was looking for the turnaround neutral signature right after that. Here's the disarm. Can he get the recovery? No, it's going to be the side light into the recovery.
Okay, there's the ground pound, jump side air, ground pound, and that's a down sig. That was actually, that worked on me. I don't know how that worked, but that weapon toss going to the right made my eyes flip over, and MEGD also drops the juggle for it. Won't drop the juggle there, though. The nair into the recovery will close out that stock, and MEGD will move forward with 656 damage in that game.
I think that's
V2 colors. But of course, you're probably like, man, we only got an hour. Are we doing a rerun of the stream 4 days in a row? How am I going to get there? What I'll tell you is that you can watch category-wide Twitch drops here to get the 4 hours. To get the community color on Xinghua and Bao Bao, if you don't have the universal color scheme, this will be the first and potentially only way to get the color for Xinghua. I'm sure there's going to be other opportunities in the future, but don't leave that to risk. Don't leave that to chance, I should say, as MEGD is putting on a bit of a show as I try to wind down here with a couple of reads here. The recovery will close out that stock. 3 stocks to 1. MEGD and Bongo Cat looks like it's going the way of MEGD again.
Yeah, he's going to be controlling this ground. Bongo Cat's able to land. He does get the side light. See if he can find any safety on the ground. Like, I'm just worried about those side lights from MEGD, and just like that, it's going to be over. Yet another 3 stock.